Life is often compared to a journey, but what if the road you're on isn't leading where you hoped? Each day, the weight of unmet expectations, missed opportunities, and the haunting echoes of past mistakes can make you feel like you're lost in a labyrinth with no way out. It's a feeling that gnaws at you, quietly but persistently, as you wonder if you're truly living the life you were meant to lead. But what if I told you that within you lies the power to change your course? That buried beneath the doubts and the disappointments is a treasure of wisdom waiting to be uncovered? This isn't just about surviving the storm. It's about learning to navigate through it with a compass forged from life's most powerful lessons. In this exploration, we'll dive into the depths of Stoicism, a philosophy as ancient as it is relevant today. So, if you're ready to break free from the chains that have held you back, if you're tired of feeling like time is running out and you have nothing to show for it, then this is for you. These life lessons are not just words. They are a call to action, a beacon guiding you toward the life you deserve. 1. Walking your own path. First step toward true freedom. In the stillness of a quiet morning or the solitude of a sleepless night dawns on you, this life you're living is yours and yours alone. No one else can walk in your shoes, feel your pain, or carry your burden. To live a life trying to please others is to live a life shackled by chains you've forged yourself. First lesson then is this: you must do what is right for you. This is not selfishness. It is self-respect. In the end, only you can answer for the life you've lived. You see, even if you were to lay yourself flat, allowing others to trample over you, they would still complain. You'd hear it in their voices. You're not flat enough. You're not accommodating enough. The truth is, the world will never be satisfied with what you give if you sacrifice yourself in the process. Every moment you spend comparing your life to someone else's is a moment stolen from your own journey, a journey that is uniquely yours and no one else's. 2. The power of gratitude and the trap of people-pleasing. Gratitude is the anchor that holds us steady in the turbulent seas of life. The more you cultivate a thankful heart, the more blessings you attract. This isn't some magical thinking. It's a fundamental truth of existence. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant, and in that shift, you find peace. But beware of the trap, trying to make everyone happy. It's a fool's errand that will only leave you empty and bitter. You cannot be everything to everyone, and in attempting to do so, you lose yourself. Life is not about juggling multiple priorities. It's about identifying what truly matters and focusing your energy there. If you have more than 3 priorities, you have none. Simplify, focus, and let go of the rest. 3. Wisdom versus knowledge, the subtle yet crucial difference. Knowledge is easy to acquire. We live in an age where information is abundant, where answers to nearly any question are just a click away. But wisdom, wisdom is something altogether different. It's the ability to take knowledge and apply it with discernment. It's knowing that a tomato is a fruit, but wisdom is not putting it in a fruit salad. In life, not everyone who claims to be on your side truly is. Trust actions over words. Words are cheap, easy to utter, and often misleading. But actions, they speak the truth. You can love someone with all your heart, but that doesn't mean they'll love you back. Love is a gift, not a transaction. And sometimes, no matter how much you give, it's not enough to make someone love you in return. 4. Futility of complaints and the illusion of time. Complaining is a waste of breath, a misuse of energy that could be better spent on finding solutions, or, if none exist, finding acceptance. Trouble, as the Stoics would tell us, is that we think we have time. We think there will always be another tomorrow, another chance, another opportunity. But time is the one thing that slips away unnoticed until it's gone. The second lesson, then, is to never let a bad day convince you that you have a bad life. A single bad day is just that, day. It doesn't define your existence unless you let it. Consider marriage, one of life's most significant commitments. Don't do it because you think it's something you have to do. Time is more limited than you realize, and the wrong decisions made in haste can steal precious moments you can never get back. Tell the people you love that you love them. Do it often, without hesitation. Life has a way of taking people from us when we least expect it. 5. Risk, progress, and the journey forward. If you've never questioned whether you made the right decision, then you've never taken a risk big enough to change your life. The third lesson is this. Life is full of chapters you may not like, but that doesn't mean you'll hate the entire book. Life can only be understood backward, but it must be lived forward. Progress in life is often hard to see, because we're always raising the bar for ourselves. We don't notice how far we've come because we're too focused on how far we have yet to go. There comes a time when you must let go or be dragged. This applies to people, situations, and even dreams that no longer serve you. Stop looking for the good in everyone and start looking for good people. Not everyone deserves your trust, and not everyone deserves your love. 6. Responsibility for your thoughts and actions. You are not always responsible for the first thought that crosses your mind. Those are often products of conditioning, fear, or habit. But you are always responsible for the second thought, for the way you choose to respond. The fourth lesson is to be kind, but never so kind that you forget to be wise. And while cleverness is a valuable trait, don't let it overshadow kindness. As you navigate life, remember this: no amount of guilt can change the past, and no amount of anxiety can change the future. Every person in your life is a teacher. Some bring lessons of love and support, while others teach you what to avoid. Pay attention to these lessons, for they shape who you become. You see a person's true colors, not when they're at their best, but when you are no longer beneficial to them. 7. The resilience of the human spirit. Your mind will often give up before your body does. It's not the calm seas that make a skilled sailor, but the storms that test your limits. At some point in your life, you'll realize that no one has a say in your destiny unless you give them that power. Nothing worth having comes easy. The fifth lesson is to understand that even if everything is taken from you, the last of the human freedoms is the ability to choose your attitude in any given set of circumstances. When your motives are sincere, it's not you who loses anyone, it's others who lose you. Knowing yourself is the key to freedom from the fear of missing out on things that were never meant for you. The easiest way to destroy your self-confidence is to break the promises you make to yourself. When you blame others for your problems, you give them control over your life, allowing them to dictate your happiness. 8. Courage, forgiveness, and the strength to move forward. Bravest person is the one who apologizes first. The strongest is the one who forgives first. The happiest is the one who forgets first. We live two lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one. The sixth lesson is to understand that the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. It's possible to commit no mistakes and still lose, but that's not a weakness, simply life. You will make many people angry by doing what's right for you, but you can't cross the ocean unless you're willing to lose sight of the shore. Be careful with your words. Once they're spoken, they can only be forgiven, not forgotten. If you sacrifice what you want most for what you want now, your future will always be filled with regret. The right thing is often the hardest thing to do. Stop complaining about the results you didn't get from the work you didn't put in. One day, you'll look back and thank yourself for not giving up. 9. Limits, opportunities, and the power of perception. Stoics teach us that once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. The seventh lesson is this: if you believe things will work out, you'll see opportunities. If you believe they won't, you'll see obstacles. The happiest people don't necessarily have the best of everything. They make the best of everything they have. You will die only once. Make sure your life is worth it. Failure is not always a mistake. It may simply be the best one can do under the circumstance. The real mistake is to stop trying. When a defining moment comes, you have two choices: define the moment or let the moment define you. Never give up on a dream just because of the time it will take to achieve it. The time will pass anyway. 10. Criticism, self-respect, and the importance of action. Don't take criticism from anyone you wouldn't take advice from. Education and knowledge mean nothing if you're not willing to put in the effort to apply them. The first step toward getting somewhere is deciding you're not going to stay where you are. Slow success builds character. Fast success builds ego. Don't lose yourself by tolerating too much from people you want to keep. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. Strive to be the person you would want your daughter to marry. The 8th lesson is to stop cheating on your future with your past. You grow as much as you're willing to face the truth about yourself. All failures are temporary as long as you keep trying. No single achievement, no relationship, no person will ever fix you. You have to fix yourself. 11. Respect, trust, and the foundations of character. Show respect to everyone, even those who don't deserve it, not as a reflection of their character, but as a reflection of yours. Don't make decisions when you're angry, and don't make promises when you're happy. We are the average of the people we spend time with. Surround yourself with good people, and you will become one of them. Letting go is hard, but often it's the best thing you can do. Whatever you do, remember that winning isn't everything. What matters is that you gave your best performance. You set your own standards, and it's your job to live up to them. Trust is built over a lifetime, but can be lost in an instant if you're not careful. If you say you'll do something, do it. Your word is one of the most valuable things you possess, and if it loses its value, it's hard to regain. 12. Contentment, independence, and the strength of the mind. The world owes you nothing. It's too vast and too busy to care about your struggles. Learn to be content and happy by yourself. If you need someone else to make you happy, you'll always be weak. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else. Don't let emotions, whether your own or someone else's, dictate your life. If you love what you do, it will never feel like work. Taking responsibility for your problems alleviates more suffering than it creates. Be who you are, say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. When you talk, you only repeat what you already know, but when you listen, you may learn something new. Challenge is the only path to growth. The 9th lesson is to understand that ignoring red flags because you want to see the good in people will cost you dearly later. 13. The role of relationships and the value of disconnection. Avoid people who use their pain as an excuse to hurt you. Never date someone you wouldn't also want as a friend. The more hard lessons you can learn vicariously, better. Healing requires an honest look at the role you play in your own suffering. Don't share too much about yourself. Most people don't care, and some secretly want you to fail. When you react, you lose power. Go where you are appreciated, not just tolerated. The 10th lesson is to understand that it's easy to fool someone, but it's hard to convince them they've been fooled. 14. Final lessons: strength, wisdom, and living a worthy life. Any thought you have about the future is a delusion. Focus on the now. Fix your body before anything else. A weak body is often a reflection of a broken mind, of poor willpower, and bad choices. Some disconnections are blessings in disguise. When you find someone smarter than you, work with them. Don't let your insecurities get in the way. There are many things in life worth caring about, but none are more important than your own peace of mind. The final lesson, then, is this. Life is short, but it is also full of potential. You have the power to shape it, to mold it into something that is uniquely yours. You must be willing to embrace these lessons, to learn from them, and to carry them with you as you journey through this world. Only then can you truly live a life that is worthy, a life that is deeply fulfilling, a life that, when it ends, leaves no room for regret.